Hello and welcome to FanFest here on IGN. Now, I got some special people here in the studio. One special person in the studio, one special person that's not necessarily here, but with us in spirit. Joining me right now, we have David Sobolov, the voice of Kaido from One Piece, and of course, she needs no introduction, Colleen Clinkenbeard, the voice of Luffy. How are y'all doing?
Great.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my goodness. Whew. Well, you know what? Let's just get right into it. David, I see you're already ready and you got the shirt on. You got the shirt of Kaido on. So I got to ask you both. I'll start with you, Colleen. What was your reaction to the whole Gear 5 phenomenon? Because I feel like you couldn't avoid it even if you wanted to. It was trending. No. Gear 5 was trending on Twitter. It was all over the place. TikToks. Well, Colleen, what were your thoughts with this?
You know, I usually try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking to people at conventions. And I have to say there was no reason to avoid this one because everybody knew. It was by far the most fan-forward social media epic piece of promotion that I've ever been a part of. So just looking forward to it happening in the future was incredible. And it was very hyped and very looked forward to. And I was really nervous.
What about you, David?
The unusual experience for me is that in our situation, of course, the Japanese, I believe, had already aired.
Yeah.
And so people were familiar with it, yet we were being careful to not really discuss what we had done yet. So they were wanting more and we couldn't give them any more, but I understand we might be able to reveal a little bit more today. I'm excited about that.
That's the word on the street. And this is amazing because I know, like, Colleen, you've been a part of the One Piece franchise for many years. We were just talking about this off air. David, you're kind of new to this. This One Piece is your first role in over 25 years in anime?
Yes, I last thing I did was called Key the Metal Idol in 1995.
Okay.
And when I was cast in this, it had been around 26 years since I'd been in anime. And it was the first audition I had had for an anime too, so it was just an incredible stroke of luck.
Now, there's so much fighting going on in Wano. What were your recordings like since, Luffy and Kaido confront each other multiple times? I'll start with you, Colleen.
I got the short end of the stick. I think David will agree with me. I was always recording second. So I never got his voice in my ear as I was recording it. And I would have to go back, like when I came back in, I would ask to hear more of him. And every now and then I'd get lucky and walk in at the tail end of a session and get to hear his voice like coming out of the Source Connect speakers. So it was disjointed for me in that way, but also like even when we just met a few weeks ago, it felt like we already knew each other to some extent. So it couldn't have been that disjointed because we already felt like I've been fighting you forever. Like I kind of a little bit want to.
Do you know that it's the longest fight in One Piece history? I believe it's 61 episodes.
Yeah. I mean, look, trust me, I was there during those weeks as it was happening. I was like, why is this is still going on? Like, as far as like speaking from like an anime fan, I feel like it's probably one of the most epic battles I've ever seen between a pro tag and an antag.
Our big challenge was to, again, stay in the moment.
Yeah.
The fight was always exciting. And I'm lucky because I got the opposite end of what Colleen was getting. I always got to hear her. She was always there. And I was recording in Los Angeles. And where were you, Colleen? In Dallas?
In Dallas, yeah.
Yeah. So we never met until a couple weeks ago.
For the fans that, I mean, like I'm going to say that haven't been spoiled. We have been spoiled. We've all been on the internet where, now this question is for you, Colleen. How does Kaido compare to all of the other epic One Piece main villains?
I think he's just a culmination of everything that came before him, right? So we've gone, and I mean, I've just recently gone back and rewatched because I had never seen the dub, so I'm rewatching right now, and I love how every time you meet a villain, it's that next step up, and you have the feeling of how he can't do this. He's clearly outmatched. Luffy's clearly outmatched, and then he finds a way through. And with Kaido, it was just that next step up of we've already done giant in the movie with Bullet. We've already done somebody who has skills that greatly outweigh what Luffy is currently capable of. We've done all of these things, and now Kaido is just all of them. He's huge. He almost doesn't even have to try at the beginning. I mean, he doesn't. No, I will say that. He doesn't have to try at all. He is so so far above what Luffy's capable of when they first start the fight that it's like flicking an ant. And then I think that just makes that huge quest to beat Kaido, that makes it feel like so much more of a relief when it finally does happen. Like that, we all have that feeling as we're watching the show of like, yes, you landed the punch finally. And you get that even more with Kaido because he is so incredibly powerful.
Well, now we're going to do something fun for all the fans. We're going to have you all do some line reads in character. Now, these are some of the iconic lines that have taken place throughout the storied franchise of One Piece. So they're not necessarily, going to be your characters per se, but it's like, this is like a what if moment. Like, what if Luffy said these lines? What if Kaido said these lines? So we're going to start with you, Colleen.
All right. I hope I don't blow out this computer mic here. So y'all want my treasure? Well, you can go ahead and have it. It's out there. I left it all in one place. Now you just have to find it. So Pirate Luffy. I'm not going to do Robin's voice because this is a serious moment. I want to live. Take me with you. Take me away from here. Even in the pits of hell, the flower of friendship shall still bloom. Flames licking at its stem, and on the sands of the river where souls part from the living, it sheds a solitary petal, leaving it behind as a memento. So let us vow that we shall make it bloom again someday. Oh, come my way. Even if it kills me, I won't kick a woman.
That was amazing though, Colleen. That was like, I was trying to not laugh at, but oh my goodness. Oh, again, goosebumps. But you can't see my goosebumps, which is probably.
I want to hear David do it.
Scars on the back are a swordsman's shame. This new era they keep rambling on about is a load of crap. The era when pirates dream of treasure will come to an end. Yeah, right. That dreams of pirates will never end. Hey, when do you think a person dies? When a bullet from a pistol pierces his heart? No. When he's attacked by an incurable disease? No. When he eats a soup of deadly poisonous mushrooms? No. A man dies when people forget him. Shut up! I don't need thanks from you or any other low-life human. Don't mock me. Oh, never mind that. I'm just being silly. Ha! No, seriously, I'm being such a fool.
You all are freaking phenomenal people.
Oh, thank you. You are too.
Aw, you are too.
You are too.
All right, David, Colleen, I want to thank you both so much for joining us here on FanFest. Stick around. We got plenty more to come.